Welcome everyone, thank you so much for coming. It's a fantastic moment, sunny day here on Park as we're standing actually on the 17th Avenue Extension project, and behind us is of course the BMO Centre Expansion. So this is an exciting milestone moment for us, welcoming everybody into the building and for the BMO Centre Expansion within the Calgary Culture and Entertainment District. I think the building itself is not small, but it's not just about the building. I think it's fantastic to have this backdrop behind us. It's a huge addition to Calgary's skyline. And for those who were here last year and came in and did a tour with us, you will have seen a lot of progress. So last year was marked with partial steel completion. We made you go up and down stairs, and you got Calgarians who came to Stampede got a sense of what the size of this building was. I would say this year, everyone's going to get a sense of what the shape of this building is, what the finishes are on the exterior, and how it really reaches out into Park. And you'll also see the elevators are installed, so you won't be having to lug your cameras up and down. So there's been a ton of progress. It's a 565,000 square foot addition to this building. This will be the largest convention center in Western Canada, and we're really proud of the work that's happening on Park. I think 2024 is just around the corner. Those project partners who are all with us and who are all not with us and actually in the building building it are well aware of that date. But we're just over a year away from opening day, and we couldn't be prouder of the progress that has been made here. So we do see a big building behind us, but it is about a larger plan. So in 2018, if I'll take you back, 2018, the master plan was approved for this area. Calgary Stampede and Calgary Municipal Land Corporation worked on that plan together, and here we are just 5 years later with over $600 million worth of projects under construction. So the road we're standing on today, the project we're going to tour today, the BMO Centre Expansion, Stampede Trail, obviously the hotel announcement that was made later last year, and all the future projects coming to the district, including the new event centre. So this is an exciting progression of the plan, and we're right in the heart of it. So we talked about the size and scale. You'll probably hear that a lot today. It's not a small building. There's no hiding this building, and there's no need to hide this building. It looks fantastic. But inside the district, we talked about all those projects happening and all of the $600 million worth of work happening. We have over 750 construction workers a day working in the district. And on the site, the 565,000 square foot site, we have over 600 a day of construction workers working in the site. That's a lot of people working on various parts of the building. And you can tell, again, the size of the building. It's not a short building. It's not a small building. There's a lot of at-height work. So we have over 150 lifts on site right now. And that's because over 80% of the work is done above 20 feet. So you'll see that when you're moving around the building. How does all that 30,000 square feet of drywall a day get built? It's with a lot of lifts and a lot of labor, with a lot of people that are pulling together to make this happen. And they are pulling, and they're pulling hard, and they're on time and on budget to deliver this exceptional project. But they've also hit some recent milestones in recent weeks. We've hit weather tight, which is a huge milestone for a project like this that allows us to really focus on a lot of the interior work in the coming year before we open up the building fully for occupancy. So weather tight has been hit. It's also been energized, so we're fully powered, and you can hear that power behind me, all the tools under construction. So a lot of milestones, and in the coming year, after this tour, we'll be focusing on the interior and the landscape to complete this building and open it in 2024 for Stampede. Really excited. You don't pull this project off without a huge partnership. Obviously, the Calgary Stampede has been a valued partner of Calgary Municipal Land Corporation, but all of the trades, PCL, that's managing a huge contingent of trades, and all of our design team, Populous, Stantec, and S2, we couldn't do this work without very, very talented people, so I thank them all for all their effort in collaboration in making this work. I think, it's interesting that a building so large, and we've been talking about its scale, is going to be a surprise to so many people because of where it's located and because 17th Avenue isn't open yet, so we don't have people driving, walking, biking by. I think there's going to be a lot of surprise faces when they come in for Stampede 2023 and they kind of look up and say, what is that and what are they doing? And I think, there's no better compliment to have Calgarians surprised and appreciative of what we're delivering.
Well, good morning and welcome. We're very excited to welcome you to the BMO Centre Expansion project and have you get an inside look at this building. This is really, really exciting, and the Calgary Stampede is truly honored to bring this building to life and sell this building for the benefit of Calgary and the province of Alberta and really the nation of Canada. As Kate mentioned, this building will be the largest convention center in Western Canada. It will be the second largest in Canada, second only to Toronto. But I think, as you can tell, it is the coolest. There's no doubt with regard to that. We're so thankful to our partners. I have to call out our park planning and development team here at the Calgary Stampede, our partners at Calgary Municipal Land Corporation, PCL, and all the subcontractors, and certainly our funding partners. The City of Calgary, the Government of Alberta, and the Government of Canada for their investment, and we promise to be great stewards of this investment. As you'll see when you get inside the building, it is immense. 100,000 square feet of new exhibit space on the first floor. The second floor is comprised of 38 meeting rooms and an area that is called the Exchange, which will be a fantastic place for people to gather before, in between, and after meetings and stay here on Park. And the Exchange is home to the largest fireplace in Canada, and you'll see some of that under construction when you get inside there. The third floor, two immense ballrooms, the smallest of which, the Percheron Ballroom, is 20,000 square feet of column-free space. The larger, the Champions Ballroom, 50,000 square feet of column-free space. So enough space in there to host 5,000 guests in a standing room configuration. And the building, when finished, the expansion in the existing building will be able to comfortably host an impressive 33,000 guests, which greatly enhances Calgary's ability to draw these world-class conventions. So behind me is a Tier 1 convention center, no doubt. And this will transform Calgary into Tier 1 convention city as well. Now you can see the beauty of the building on the outside, and I know PCL is busting it as hard as they can to get as much cladding up before the Stampede as possible, so that when we open the doors to the greatest outdoor show on earth, our guests can marvel not just at the size of the building, but the beauty of the building. And as you go inside, you will not see a lot of finished space, but you'll see spaces defined, and you'll be able to appreciate the architecture, and combining that with some renderings, I think you'll agree it's as beautiful inside, or will be as beautiful inside, as it is outside. But I also want you to pay attention on the tour, because as beautiful as it is, it's that functional as well. It's just as functional as it is beautiful. When you take a look at where kitchens and service corridors and elevators are located, tremendous amount of thought that will lend itself to an incredible guest experience when people are on site. So we hope you enjoy your tour today and getting a sneak peek inside this building as it nears completion. And I can't tell you how excited we are to open this building in June of 2024. You know, there's a tremendous amount of excitement about the BMO Centre, and as our sales team really goes around the globe, people are in awe of the building. And so at this point, we have 34 conventions booked post-opening. Those occurring primarily between 2024 and 2028. And so we're really encouraged by the reception that the building has received. And I think once conventions are in here and that community talks about how great this building is, it's going to be even easier to sell. Of course, the main thing we need to really allow this facility to fulfill its potential is hotels in the area. But even in the absence of hotels, we're having great fortune in selling the building. And when our sales team goes to these international conventions and shows renderings and speaks to the building, people are keenly interested. And certainly the remainder of Canada and the competitive markets have taken notice as well of how fantastic this building is. So in addition to the year-round, where we will draw conventions and bring international visitors and visitors from within Canada outside of market here, and that's really what generates economic impact, is when individuals from outside of this market come here and spend money on hotels and restaurants. That's the true economic impact. The BMO Centre pre-expansion was largely a trade and consumer show facility. In other words, the show would come here and local patrons would come. They're not bringing money into Calgary. Conventions bring money into Calgary. With regard to the 10-day festival, it gives us a lot more space to host the world during the greatest outdoor show on earth. With the additional 100,000 square feet of exhibit space on the first floor, the meeting rooms on the second floor that we can program with youth competitions and conferences and meetings. And then on this third floor, in this fantastic space that we have here and the smaller ballroom, we have the opportunity to create some really world-class ticketed events and bring people in and truly entertain them. So it provides a tremendous amount of opportunity during the Calgary Stampede, but it also has the opportunity to really generate a great deal of economic impact year-round.
Fantastic news. About 20 of the 34 conventions that we've currently booked could not have come to Calgary without the expansion of this venue. It's a fantastic news for us. What we're looking at is specific to the industries that mean a lot to Calgary. But I will tell you that shortly after opening, we will be hosting aquariums and zoos. We've done that in partnership with the Calgary Zoo. First time to Canada in 43 years, and this building was a big driver for that. Outside of that, you're looking at life sciences. We're working on a couple of different oncology-based events, which are fantastic for what they're doing with the world. We're working on an international agriculture convention, as well as we're doing something with cartography, a lot of things tied to science, and a lot of things that are tied to the intellectual property that exists within the city of Calgary currently. We launched in 2019 as soon as our funding was done, and the first thing that we did was went to market with prospective clients to say, what do you want in a building? And so we didn't do that just from what we wanted. We wanted to make sure. So in a room like we're in today, one of the very first things that we heard, and it's very granular, was please do not do big chandeliers, because it interferes with the rigging load and the lighting capacity that you need if you did a big speaker session in here or anything of that nature. So one of the things that you'll see in here is you're not going to see a big grandiose chandelier, but that was our client's comment.